Well, good evening everybody and welcome to the Virtue Motors Arena Newcastle for tonight's Super League Basketball Women's Championship game between the visitors, the Nottingham Wildcats, and the hometown Newcastle Eagles. The Eagles looking to get back to winning ways after last week's defeat at home against Sheffield Hatters, and the Wildcats, who have been struggling a little bit this season, they'll be looking to get a win on the road. As ever, on my right hand side, my right hand man and co-commentator Dave Elligan. Good evening, Dave, and what's your first thoughts?
Yeah, I think you've mentioned keenness for this Eagles squad to get back on the winning path, and I think that majority of people in the SLB women's world will view the Eagles as favourites tonight's game. They've got the better record. The two wins the Wildcats have got have been against two of the teams who are finding it difficult this year. Do I feel confident about that prediction? I do. I think for two reasons. One is how desperate the Eagles will be, because I sat next to Coach Chloe Gaynor this afternoon. We watched the Durham game together, and I could get that feeling inside of that all week they've been preparing to bounce back from that win. And I just honestly don't think at the moment the Nottingham Wildcats, although they've got some talent and they rely heavily on the Americans, I don't think they've got the ability to get the number of points on the board that the Hatters did last week. Hatters used height and power. Certainly the Wildcats have got some height, but I think, looking at their 70 points to scoring, they had two big scores in that, as you pointed out before the game, and I think their points conceded has been flattered by the low scores against them from Cardiff and London.
Yeah, and just again to emphasise that point, the Wildcats, Dave says, have got a lot of talent, but they basically seem to rely on four players, and they're led by number 22, Claire Jacobs, the forward from Australia, who is actually leading the league in points scored, and 24.5 points a game. She also throws in 4.1 rebounds, 3.8 assists and 3.6 steals. So she's obviously a player we need to watch. the three Americans. Ashley Lewis is averaging 8.5 points and 9.6 rebounds. Giselle Havas, the guard, is averaging 11.3 points, 6.6 rebounds and 5.4 assists. Very impressive. And then we have Erin Antosh, 6'3" centre, who's averaging 13.6 points and 8 rebounds a game. So, you know, they have got some talent, but it's whether those four can be backed up. Abby Whitehouse, the UK forward, is guard, is one of the main backups for the Wildcats, and probably will be in the starting five along with the four I've just mentioned. Just going to see if I can get the starting fives for you now. Just waiting for those to go up. They are now up. And for the visitors, as we suspected, or as I suspected, it is number 5. Well, actually, it's slightly different than it was suspected. It's number 5, Giselle Havas. Number 15, Lily Annam. Number 18, Erin Antosh. Number 22, Claire Jacobs. And number 30, Ashley Lewis. For the Eagles, it's number 9, Abby Lowe. Number 10, Lauren Saki. Number 15, Tierra Hodges. Number 24, Jada Gwynn. And number 33, Sharon Hatch. Both Hodges and Gwynn averaging over 19.5 points a game for the Eagles. And obviously Hatch, Lowe and Saki, who runs the point, are good backups for those two. As I say, I was possibly expecting Abby Whitehouse to start. Interesting, actually, on the team sheet that I've got, on the stats, the FIBA stats list, she's not actually listed. So I'm wondering whether she's injured or not. She definitely was suited up, but perhaps isn't going to be playing.
Well, I think two things to ponder on just before we go for the tip-off is the four players you're talking about are averaging 3/4 of their minutes for the whole the game so far, and I don't think Cherry Hodges and Jada Gwynn are going to be controlling the same way this week as the Hatters did last week.
And there's a really nice start by the Hatters. Claire Jacobs finding Erin Antosh off the tip, and she lays it in for 2 inside the first 5 seconds.
And this is something new. Eagles faced with a 1-2-2 zone, although it is collapsing a lot, so maybe it's not a strict 1-2-2.
Nice ball move by the Eagles.
And if that's the case, it's going to give the Eagles lots of outside looks. Maybe that's what the intention of this zone is. Limit the Eagles to outside points.
Well, the first shot was a 3 from Saki. Gwynn bursts through the centre, gets it out on the wing to Tierra Hodges. She knocks down the 2, long range 2 to level the scores.
Nice combination there. Good driving kick by Jada Gwynn. Really nice touch from Hodges. Well, clearly a technical issue here, or a player issue. About asking Nottingham Wildcats coach Karen about some issue or other.
But I don't know if he seems to be pointing at the shot clocks, because there's no. I've noticed there's no shot clocks on the floor, and quite often is for the women's games.
Well, you can't miss these shot clocks.
Yeah. So 22 Jacobs for the 3 is short. Hatch picks up the rebound for the Eagles, and the Eagles off and running with Gwynn. Gwynn stops and pops from the elbow and makes her first shot. Makes it 4-2. And turnover for the Wildcats.
Well, that was a nicely executed press breaker, but unfortunately number 15 just really put too much weight on that pass.
Lilianen.
Yep.
So Eagles get the ball back. Chance to make it a 6-0 run, or even a 7-0 run if they shoot the 3. And Shannon Hatch is going to shoot the 3 from the corner, but it's way too long. But that's going to be it's going to be a Nottingham ball.
obviously the Eagles were hit with that quick transition from the tip-off, but they're putting a press on after every shot here to make sure they're not going to get caught out in transition.
Jacobs found Havas. Havas' shot was missed, and the follow-up shot was also missed. Tierra Hodges picked up the rebound. Abby Lowe for three is good, and that makes it a 7-0 run at the moment for the Eagles, and they're suddenly 5 points in front after just over 2 minutes of the game. Here's Antosh faced by Hodges. She'll go back to Havas. Havas looking for Jacobs inside, can't find her. Long ball is to Lewis. Lewis nets. I think was that a long two?
Well, if it takes them to 4 points, yeah, because
long two it was.
Yeah, they obviously scored from the tip-off to get a 2-0 lead, and that's obviously doubled with that 2-point.
Yeah, just didn't see a signal, so Eagles now moving the ball around the perimeter. Jada Gwynn will shoot the three, that's in and out. Lewis takes the rebound. Just had a look at the Nottingham bench, and I think that's Abby Whitehouse sitting next to the assistant coach in the black hoodie, Dave, so it looks like she is out for the game. And we can hear everything Karen Burton's saying on commentary. Mike's picking up everything from Karen. So let's hope she keeps it clean and you don't hear what we're hearing. So 7-4 in the early going, almost 3 minutes played.
Well, there's one thing absolutely certain in this start for this game after 3 minutes. Everybody who's got in a catch and shoot position is firing them off. Nobody's looking to make the extra pass if they're wide open, which is a good sign, particularly for the Nottingham Wildcats team.
Foul was by Lauren Saki. I didn't quite pick that up, but it's given Havas 2 shots from the line, and she's made them both.
Yeah, well, we've talked about this before. Lauren's got tremendous strengths, particularly in terms of dishing out assists, making the team play. She can also knock down points herself, particularly good drive and pull-up, but she is a little bit prone to foul trouble, and that's where Jada Gwynn has shown that she's really capable of handling that point guard role.
Yes, Antosh at the other end. No call. Havas with the floater is no good. Gwynn takes the rebound. Comes back strong. Nice pass to Shannon Hatch. And Hatch is fouled by Antosh as she goes to the basket. Antosh claiming she got all ball.
Well, to my position there, I would agree with her.
Yeah. Didn't carry that protest too strongly, but she did look very disappointed in the call. And does look at that as she goes to the line. Hatch to shoot 2, makes the first. And makes the second as well. Eagles lead 9-6, 6:30 gone. Sorry, 6:30 to go, 3:30 gone. Eagles putting a little bit of a press on, but I was going to say they broke it, but Lauren Saki actually comes away with it, tries to find Tierra Hodges with the long pass, but Antosh it is that breaks it out, and there's a charging foul. Is it a charging foul? Or
Well,
is it? No, it's going to be a block.
I would have predicted a charging foul when she crossed the halfway line, because I didn't see there was any way she was going to give up that straight drive to basket.
It's interesting, the first 2 fouls of the game, or 2 of the first 3 fouls have been called by the same referee, and neither side has agreed with the call. Karen Burton having to look up at us to see maybe what we're saying, but...
Well, we won't make any comments, will we, about refereeing?
Of course not. Ball in.
The Wildcats at the moment have taken some good shots, just not quite knocking them down at the same percentage as the Eagles.
Turnaround jump shot is good by Antosh.
Well, there's one thing for certain, they haven't come here to, just to settle for an easy loss, have they? They've come here in 10 business.
Saki went for the corner, but Gwynn has come out of the corner, so the ball sails out of bounds at Eagles turnover.
Totally uncharacteristic, but the stat sheet will show that was a passing turnover. Jade was making a good move. Defender wasn't focused on where she was.
Havas playing the point, gives it to Jacobs. Lewis, lovely pass inside, a great cut by Havas from the opposite side to the basket and lays it in for two and gives the Wildcats a lead at 10-9.
Yeah.
Gwynn using Hodges, and then the ball in. Hodges with a turnaround jumper from the charity stripe is good.
I tell you what, she only had about half an inch of clear space there, but kissed it home beautifully.
Talking about clear space, there's a great drive from Havas all the way to the basket, around Hodges and up off the glass for two. Saki into Gwynn, Gwynn back. Saki looking for a pass inside, gives it to Gwynn. Gwynn encouraged to shoot the three. Gwynn makes the three. And that's an early timeout called by Karen Burton, and we will go to an advert.
In fairness, I think they're executing their offense pretty good, creating chances, but they are getting mixed up with these cross cuts by the Eagles women. They're doing them very effectively. And Jada Gwynn, you just cannot give that much space to.
So it's knocked down 2 threes already. I'm saying she's knocked down 2 threes. I think one of them was given as a 2. 14-12. So we'll see if they make any adjustments. There's one changing on the lineup. It's number 18, Antosh, has come out, and number 7, Tiana Chambers Desmond, has come on. Young stuff. Only 18 forward. Claire Jacobs tacks the basket in off the glass. Very, very decisive move and clean as a whistle off the glass. Levels the game at 14s. Gwynn's pass is intercepted by Anim. Jacobs attacks the basket.
I think the foul's been called, and I think she's going to the line.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Foul's called on 24, Jada Gwynn. Very late call.
14 all, very even game. If there's anything that would be worrying me a little bit regarding the Eagles is I think this 1-2-2 zone they're putting on, the way they're making themselves look so big, I think is causing the Eagles just a few problems.
Kendall Currens has come on in place of Abby Lowe.
Be interesting to see if they stay in this 1-2-2 zone. Just watch the way that you're getting their arms spread out, trying to take away as much space as they possibly can. Only hole is where Sharon Hatch went, and she did it brilliantly.
But Hodges couldn't make the layup. 2 or 3 attempts at it. Offensive rebound count might go up, but our points won't. Jacobs comes inside. That was a bit of a wild one, but Chambers Desmond took it really well and laid that one in.
If there was any good news in that, it was that Lauren Saki got away with a blatant foul. Oh, nice defense from Jada Gwynn.
And Saki manages to get Gwynn's defense, allowed Saki to get the ball. She found Gwynn, Gwynn found Currens lays it in.
If the microphones are picking up the noise, I think you'll know what that noise was about. It looked as though somebody got their arm around Jada Gwynn's neck.
Gwynn intercepts Havas's pass.
Not to be deterred.
And knocks down the 2.
Well, how cool was that?
So 7 points personal already. Antosh going to come back. Macy Cook as well, take a seat on the bench. Jacobs drives in. That's going to be an offensive foul by Jacobs. Charge taken by Tierra Hodges.
Don't think anybody disagrees with that call. Spoils a really good move from the Wildcats. Nice drive and flip pass. Unfortunately ruled out because of the charge.
Chambers Desmond and Giselle Havas taking a seat.
Desmond looks a little bit puzzled at how she's in and out so quickly, but obviously coach knows what she's doing.
Macy Cook has come on with Erin Antosh. Currens gives it to Hatch. Hatch launches the three. Jacobs takes an uncontested rebound after the three is missed. And once again, Eagles smartly, Lauren Saki read that the intentions of Ashley Lewis all day long, picked it off and found Currens, who's now scored 4 points very quickly. Yes, Antosh turnaround jump shot is just short. That's going to be off Lewis. Lewis just seems to be struggling a wee bit there. Eagles with a 3-point advantage, 20-17, 2:10 to go. Saki brings it forward. Gives it off, hand up to Jada Gwynn, gives it back to Saki in the corner. Hodges will drive the baseline, but she kicks it back out to Kendall Currens, who will shoot the three. Is just short. Rebound taken once again by Jacobs. She finds Anim. And the Wildcats set it up. Antosh well, great steal by Jada Gwynn, and she's going to go all the way to the basket and pop the two in. 22-17 Eagles. Gwynn having a big first quarter. Remember, she was restricted last week. Oh, Saki very nearly got another steal.
Yeah. Eagles pulling this double team on. They're using the sideline and the halfway line as extra defensive. Get caught trapped near the halfway line.
Havas back into the game with Alice Fallon for the first time. Jacobs turns the corner, gives it to Lewis. Havas comes and gets it from the point guard position. Hassled by Kendall Currens, but she went all the way, and it's a 24-second shot violation because Havas' shot didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, she got the shot off in time, but you're absolutely right. Went nowhere near the ring, went right over the top, overcooked.
Hatch will inbound for the Eagles from the sideline. It's again the ball in the hands of Lauren Saki. Currens into Hodges. The turnaround jump shot this time is no good. Once again though, Jada Gwynn gets good hands on the ball and almost steals it, but Wildcats do come away with it. And a nice two by Antosh with a nice feed from Havas.
There's one really strong thing about their offense. It's got a really good rhythm to it.
As you say, the Eagles they scored 22, but just having to find ways to beat the press. Nice pass by Saki, but Hatch is short. Inside the last 30 seconds, Eagles leading 22-19. Pass goes straight through the middle of the key. Saki picks it up. Gwynn will attack the basket. Lovely reverse layup by Jada Gwynn. Jada Gwynn up to 11 points personal in the first quarter. Jacobs with a long three is no good. Currens picks it up and will shoot from halfway. Ooh, and it just hits the rim. So, helter-skelter, fast and furious roller coaster of a first quarter ends with the Eagles up by 24 points to 19.
Well, I think the Wildcats are a little bit perhaps more competitive than we gave them credit for at the start, as we talked about the Eagles being the favourites for this game. They're quite good at two things. One is pushing the ball early on the transition at the Eagles, and secondly, if they get open looks, they're taking them, not even thinking about it. They're stroking them quite well, just a little bit more care on the release, and I think they would have been in this game. As far as the other end's concerned, there's two things that they've got to sort out with that defence. One is, as soon as the ball goes to the wing, the point position at the one spot in that 1-2-2 is dropping far too deep, which gives the Eagles easy chances to reverse the ball. Secondly, when she comes back out, she's going high no matter what, which is giving Sharon Hodge a chance to get inside under the basket. And she's taken advantage of that at least 4 times in that quarter.
So yeah, so Eagles 24-19, as I say, Jada Gwynn already up to 11 points personal, leading the all scorers. And remember last week against the Hatters, she only scored 12 in the whole game. So it's a good start for Jada.
Just a bit of light-hearted banter as we come to the end of this first quarter break. They've got sweets on the scorers table, and I think everybody in the building is sharing them, Jeff, except me and you.
Well, it's disgraceful, isn't it? Absolutely disgraceful. We'll have to have words with Dan Black about that.
So,
you know Phil quite well as well.
Yes,
the timekeeper. Well,
that's right.
Yeah.
They've got more than one packet as well. They could quite easily slip a few up to us.
Disgraceful.
Anyway, back to the game. I know Coach Karen called an early timeout, but I think she'd be quite pleased with the performance of the team. And as I say, just a little bit better finishing, they would be right in this game. They're not out of it by any means.
Eagles will get the ball to start the second quarter. Avril Lowe has come back in for Lauren Saki, and Rachel Bland comes on for the first time as well.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the first quarter, there's one player in double digits scoring, and that it won't work hard to work out who it is it? Jada Gwynn.
Avril Lowe for 3 is just off the front edge.
She took advantage of how deep the point went on that defence. One of the points we made.
Good offensive rebound by Hodges, but the Eagles give the ball away. And Havas to Jacobs, she's not going to miss that. You don't average 24.5 points a game by missing layups.
But you know what the worrying thing there is from the Eagles' point of view? If you counted the numbers, that was a 3-against-1 transition.
It was a very quick transition as well. Currents to Lowe into Hodges. I was going to say I could see that pass coming all day long. The Eagles have gotten away with one there because Havas was wide open.
Yeah.
She missed the layup, and then the rebound was taken by Fallon, and she missed her layup, and then knocked the ball out of bounds. So the Eagles got it back.
Probably 2 of the easiest chances they've had, but they haven't put them. They shouldn't be deterred. Keep running the offense the way they are. It's been successful.
Currents low in the corner. Tries to find Hodges, and it's going to be a jump ball, which means it's Nottingham's arrow. So they will get the possession at the end line.
The Eagles' offense got sucked in there, which made it quite easy for this zone defense that the Wildcats are playing to cover every position on the floor. Spread it out, make those cuts from the weak side.
Havas primary ball hand out and guarded by Abby Lowe. He has Anim. Fallon comes out to set the screen. Havas gives it back to Jacobs. She goes baseline, nice pass to Antosh, and Antosh buries it too. That was lovely. And even coach Karen Burton shouts, "Good job, girls, good job." Currents to Gwynn. Back to Currents. Gives it to Lowe. From the corner, it's Kendall Currents for 3. And she makes it. It's going to be, is that going to, I was going to say, is that going to be an offensive foul, but I think it's going to be against Hodges.
I think it's going to be defensive.
It is. Hodges with a push.
Yeah, that player, the offensive player from the Wildcats, took the space she was entitled to, went up vertically, didn't go backwards at all, and Thierry Hodges stepped into her as she came down, gave her no space at all to land in.
Havas and Antosh coming out, and Antosh not happy at all with her coach. Real strong words.
I think she's been caught as well, number 5.
Fallon for 3 is no good. Hodges is off, so we've got Ashley Lewis back on, and for the first time today, I think it's Alina Riley. Let's come on. Skip pass was good, although perhaps the Eagles should have been better. Praise. Rachel Bland gets hands on it. Jada Gwynn comes away with it, pushes it to Currans. Currans attacks the basket. What a great screen was set there by Tiara Hodges. And Currans took advantage of it, but she didn't make the layup, but she was fouled. She will go to the line to shoot 2. Well, Coach Burton, having made a point, Antosh puts her back in. Alice Fallon comes off. Kendall Currans at the line. This is the first, unusual for her. She's almost a 90% free throw shooter. Please, I didn't say that before she took the shot. Makes the second. Substitutions for the Eagles, Saki and Hatch. Gwynn and Hodges come out. Eagles shoot up by 5. They were up by 5 at the end of the quarter. They're up by 5 again. And Rachel Bland and Kendall Currans have done a great job there on Riley.
Yeah, I mean, just like this 1-2-2 zone is just bothering the Eagles just a little bit, although I think they're getting the hang of it. The Eagles' press is definitely bothering Nottingham when they get it set quickly enough. That's why Nottingham are really working hard to get that outlet pass and the next pass done quickly. Get bodies down the floor before that press can take effect.
Abby Lowe for 3 is just off. What a great rebound by Lauren Saki. She followed that ball all the way, but that's a good block by Antosh, though, as Saki tried to find Hatch cutting to the basket.
And Saki nearly out-rebounded their tallest player.
I think his anticipation wasn't as much as anything. Lowe, back to Saki. Back to Lowe. Lowe will shoot the 3. It's just off. Jacobs can't take it. Ball deflects off Rachel Bland. Kendall Currans throwing herself at the ball. Here's Jacobs. She will shoot the 3. It's off. Rachel Bland can't get it off Ashley Lewis. But Eagles come away with it. Kendall Currans is going to tap the basket. Yep, foul called. On Lilianen. Her second foul. Only 4 fouls for Wildcats,
Yeah.
and she's got 2 of them.
Yeah, 4 for the Eagles as well. I just think it's a pretty low foul count at the moment. We played 14 minutes, no, 13 minutes.
Abby Lowe wide open this time, doesn't take the 3, tries to drive the basket instead, and she's fouled by Ashley Lewis as she tries to go to the basket.
Yeah, I think Ashley tried to block the ball, but made contact with all arm. Not even a close call.
She will go to the line to shoot 2.
Nice fake and drive from Abby. Get the reward now by knocking these 2 down from the charity stripe.
Makes the first.
Well, the Eagles slowly just creeping this lead out. It's gone up to 6.
Make that 7. Abby Lowe knocks down both her free throws. It's 30-23. Claire Jacobs seeing a lot of the ball, and that's a nice pass to Lewis, but it just gets the roll.
Yeah,
and
it was very friendly, wasn't it? Because it looked like she'd put too much on it. But the backspin took it in. That's a great spread from the Eagles offense.
But the last pass isn't from Hatch. Is picked up by Jacobs. She's going to go all the way to the basket. Gives it to Havas. Havas is too strong. Lewis takes the rebound and Antosh knocks it down again. Antosh seems to be having a big game at the moment, and the Eagles decide that it's going to be a timeout and we will go to an advert.
Was it just 70 for Dingen? We talked about the emphasis on the fact that against London and Cardiff they scored more higher than normal, so it's a pretty good score for them, not even halfway through the second quarter. I think there's one thing the Eagles have got to think about in this timeout. If Chloe's got that coach's clipboard there, she needs to point out to them how successful it is cutting in from behind this zone and getting in the middle. Sharon Hodge has done it well, but there's other players who can also take advantage of it.
So 30-27, Erin Antosh up to 10 points personal. Second player in the game in double figures.
See, the more there's plenty of space. If you look at the front line and behind that front line of their defence, there's Abby Lowe, but she decided not to go inside.
And she cut inside the second.
Because somebody's got to go with her if she goes inside, which opens then up ball reversal.
Kendall Curran with a really, really good finish there. It didn't really look a lot on there, did they, David? It was a great finish.
Wow, I'll tell you what. She was against a taller player, but didn't put her off at all. Beautiful touch.
Then she got her hands on the inbound play and just slowed the Nottingham Wildcats down for a little bit. Yes, Haverso going hard. Curran's throwing herself at the other end now, and Hodges doing well as well. Abby Lowe will have to bring the ball up. Gives it to Hodges. Good defense by the Eagles there. Hodges made that first initial burst, but then decided to come out. Kendall Curran's now with 10 points personal. Shannon Hatch from the corner is no good. But Kendall Curran's has taken a terrific rebound. Watched the ball all the way, and she's now up to 12 points personal. Lauren Saki pulled out there because probably would have been called as a block. Nothing given as Eagles bench imploring. Oh.
Yeah. Back to that last Eagles basket there. It hit the top of the backboard. Not just once. That's hard enough to defend when you're defending, but when he hits it twice, it's almost impossible. Both defenders were up in the air, leaving it an easy catch for the Eagles. Does the top of the backboard count for an assist? Because it certainly helped the Eagles score that last basket.
Chloe Gaynor, a bit like Tiara Hodges, very unimpressed with that call. Has been given a warning. Antosh though at the line. She was fouled by Hodges. It was Hodges' second foul. She knocks them both down. I have to say that both Jada Gwynn and Kendall Curran are really starting to look forces in this league for the Eagles. But Antosh has looked very, very good for Nottingham at the moment. Claire Jacobs hasn't been able to get fully into the game yet. Eagles cutting along the baseline, and well, not much space there. Nottingham come away with the ball. Jacobs for three is in and out. Lewis gets the rebound, and she's in and out with her putback. Tierra Hodges just can't hang on to the rebound. Kendall Curran comes out.
Good spell.
Yeah, very good spell.
Good spell. Very active. Both ends of the floor,
yeah,
particularly off the ball.
Inbound from Lewis to Havas. pass. Lewis inside now and off the glass for two.
Tough move. Tough move, but
Well,
really under control in the spin.
Really are hanging around.
Yeah.
34-31,
Yeah.
4 minutes to go. Jada Gwynn. Low thought about the long three. Puts it inside to Hodges, who gives it back out. Low goes to the basket, but can't make it.
Really like that cut that Sierra Hodges made, and almost every time they make it, it produces something.
Jada Gwynn does well. That's going to be short, and Hodges gets the rebound. Saki hands off to Hodges. Hodges can't find Gwynn. I have to say that I feel the Eagles have been a little bit sloppy at times. Trying to work this press out. Zone out. And it's back to a 1-point game. Hodges inside, found by Currens, knocks it down.
That was the problem with that there, that easy was for Hodges, is that the Nottingham Wildcats were marked in space instead of players.
And speaking of space, Claire Jacobs given loads of space under the basket.
That's not very good defence at all.
But not just for the first shot, she missed the first shot, but had uncontested offensive rebound off the first shot. Hodges for two. She's almost automatic from that range, isn't she, Dave?
She absolutely, that is a great shot.
Very, very difficult to defend.
Leads with a head, knows exactly where the hoop is, doesn't hesitate. Perfect touch on it. That's a great pass.
And Karen Burton's thinking about a timeout if the Eagles score here, and Jada Gwynn has, and she does. So we will go off to an advert as Karen Burton talks to our team. Wildcats has 12, Jada Gwynn for Newcastle has 13, and Kendall Currens also has 12. They're the double figure scorers.
And what I like about it, I mean, 40-35 is a pretty respectable score at this stage. I just like the way both teams are playing with freedom.
Yeah, an awful lot of freedom, aren't they? Yeah.
Both teams are playing with freedom. That's a great way to develop your players. Coaches obviously have confidence in them.
So I'm guessing it's the first team to play good defense that wins then, Dave.
Yeah, I think Eagles are holding the edge a little bit on defense. I think their man-to-man is a little bit more effective than this zone. Zone does a decent job, but it sometimes breaks down when people are marking spaces instead of relating to a space, but where is the opposition? This type of offense is what's known as a PPM, Jeff. You point the ball, you plug the middle, but you've also got a match up as best you can.
And that's an 8-second call forced by brilliant defense by Lauren Saki, who got the steal first of all. Didn't get the ball after she got the steal, but slowed the game down enough, and Wildcats couldn't get the ball over inside the 8 seconds. Don't see many 8 seconds calls, but that's going to be, that one is not a hard one when he sees how well Saki played on defense.
They've switched to man-to-man.
Sierra Hodges goes in hard, doesn't make it. That's going to be a foul by Kendall Currens.
It is a foul by Kendall Currens, but that foul came because if you analyse that play there, we don't have the opportunity to replay it. We're taking that rebound and really looking to get the transition going. She was looking to make a pass ahead. Everybody else was breaking. But that got stopped with the foul. Call that a good foul, I guess.
Eagles slowed Nottingham went down well there. But Havers turns a corner and some miscommunication somewhere along the line there, because Lily Annan just stole under the basket, was found easily by Ashley Lewis. And 2 more points to the Wildcats. Currents and Saki trying to set something up. Saki drives in, back to Currents. She finds Hatch. Hatch finds.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good call.
That's a good call,
yeah,
because
I thought it was as well. Yeah.
You know, what they tend to do is on that 3-second call, they look at a player who's just camped in there, and the moment they become active, they call it. Good decision.
She did seem to have been in there a long time. Eagles press has been broken again, but this time Antosh can't hold on to Lewis's pass.
That's a good point. Do you know why it's been broken? Because they're attacking it all the time. So, Saki now inside the last 40 seconds of the half. Eagles probably have definitely this offense. Whether they get another one will be hard to tell. Hodges is going to attack the basket. She's foul as she goes in. That's always going to be a foul, really, isn't it, Dave? When total body contact, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a difficult decision at all.
I think the difficulty is which one of the 4 you're going to call it against, probably.
I think the moment she started that dribble, the weak side help had to be in and established. You can't just get in and throw your body at the attacking player.
Hodges makes the first. Makes the second as well. 5-point lead, 25 seconds left on the clock. So Kendall Currents once again getting hands on it. It'll be a Nottingham ball.
Again, I think Nottingham have got to try and keep the ball away from where the halfway line meets the sideline, because it's an extra double trap. Not only that, you need communication. Teammates should have been yelling at her that there was somebody coming behind her.
It's a 2-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Lewis puts up a shot, it's too strong. Hatch can't get a hold of it, so they can't hold for the last shot. They've took it early and Annie misses. Tierra Hodges, well, I think the referees are going to get away with one there, because I think Tierra Hodges was hit from behind and she took that rebound.
I think that the correct call there was, I think Tierra Hodges travelled. I think she travelled before she made that pass and went down.
So
however, we're at half time.
Yeah, we're just going to call half time, and it's 42-37.
Been a good game, been an entertaining game, as I say. Both players playing with freedom. Just a little bit smarter execution in some points of the game, and the Wildcats will be staying in this game. And I think obviously they're improving a lot as the season goes on, which is also what I gave them credit for last year. So I think we can look forward to a good second half. Yeah,
and we'll get some stats together for you before then. It's finished the first half with the Eagles up by 5 at 42-37, courtesy of the first quarter, really. The second quarter was a lot more even, and we'll be back in about 10 or so minutes' time. Basketball Women's Championship game between the Newcastle Eagles and the Nottingham Wildcats, with the Eagles in front by 42 to 37. Slightly strange stats, Dave, I'm going to give you them. Eagles' overall shooting percentage is 47%, which is made up of 65% in 2-point range and 21% on 3-point range. Nottingham Wildcats is 44%. Points and 5 assists. Kendall Currans has 12, Tierra Hodges 10 points and 7 rebounds, and for Nottingham, Erin Antosh has 12 points, Claire Jacobs has 7 points, and Ashley Lewis has 6 points and 6 rebounds. So when I saw that statistic, I thought they haven't scored a 3, but they've only taken 5. So
I mean, you know, 42-37, it's a 5-point game. A little bit better execution on a couple of things, just a little bit more aware of where players are attacking the zone, although they went to man at the end, which I thought was quite effective. I like the way the Wildcats are running transition. I like a lot of where the Eagles are doing things. I think they've got the slight edge defensively, and just that little bit better execution in terms of getting the shots off.
So we've got an exciting second half in store. Question will be really, can the Wildcats continue this fine form they've shown in the first half, and can the Eagles perhaps pick theirs up a little bit second half?
I think if the Wildcats need to find an answer to anything, it is a simple just point in terms of geography of the court is don't take the ball to where the halfway line and the sideline meets, because that's an extra trap from lines in addition to the Eagles putting on a double team. Does that make sense?
It does, yes. And what makes even less sense though is that not only are the tables still eating all their sweets, John Paul Heron's actually come out of the stands and took some sweets off them as well. We have to have words in there.
He's been doing that all game.
So we've got for Nottingham, it's Havas, Anim, Jacobs, Antosh and Lewis, which is not a surprise. And for the Eagles, it's Hatch, Lowe, Hodges, Saki and Gwynn, which is probably not a surprise either.
Yeah, Currans hasn't started the second half. She didn't start the first. I don't think that's any detriment to her, because I think she's a good person to bring off for impact from the bench. And you want your 6th and your 7th man really to always try and bring impact into the game. Well, Nottingham have gone back to this zone, and Hodges found a hole in it straight away. And as I say, what he's got to do, it's got to point the ball, which he does quite well. It's got to plug the middle, which is average at, but it's got to have more awareness of where players are without the ball. It's got to match up a little bit better.
Yes, Havas finds Antosh inside, but she can't pick it up. Hodges comes away with it. Gwynn, nice pass to Saki. Saki with a reverse layup, can't make it though.
Good rebound, great outlet pass from the Wildcats. Love the way they're doing that.
Lewis with a rebound and the outlet pass to Antosh. Havas is Jacobs for 3 is in and out. That was very unlucky. Tierra Hodges. Well, I think that look says it all, Dave.
Well, you know, from here it looks as though the last hand to touch that was Nottingham, but difficult, very difficult call.
Always hard those ones.
Nobody argued with the lead official who was on the baseline, so.
Perhaps don't argue, but the look that Tierra Hodges gave was certainly good defense by. It's good defense by the Eagles, but Jacobs somehow stepped round it.
Great footwork, just didn't
I
match the footwork execution.
sometimes when I watch Lauren Saki, she never seems to look at the basket, always looking at players. With a couple of good steals though by Nottingham. Avilo, good defence. Antosh inside, that's going to be a foul on Hodges, and I think she knew it.
I think the
That'll
foul was before she took the shot, but I'm pretty sure she'll get two because that was clear continuity.
Third foul on Tierra Hodges.
You know, your Thierry, you think about that. You're so competitive. I understand why she did it, but so important to her Eagles to be able to keep her on the floor. One more, and she'll have to sit for a while.
Antosh makes the first.
In fact, we may even have a change now. I guess what Chloe Green is thinking here is I don't want Thierry to be thinking about things and not playing D, so I don't want her to get a 4 at this stage.
Yep. That's absolutely the substitution. Hodges looking disappointed, but she goes to bench. Not so much in the substitution, just the fact that she's got to come out, and I think it's a good point that you make, Dave.
I think she'd be disappointed that she fell for the little fake from the Nottingham players, and she got Hodges off the ground and in the air, which meant that Cherry just couldn't control her body. Always play defence with your feet on the ground until you're sure where you're going if you're going to block a shot.
This Nottingham zone has been very, very shot goes up by Saki, she misses it. Eagles try and recycle it. Antosh gets it first. They have got a height advantage. Jacobs, that's going to be, well, I thought it was going to be 2 points, but it wasn't. But Ashley Lewis gets it, and she puts it back for 2.
What they've been really well drilled in is looking for the outlet pass before they start dribbling around. Again, look, straight away looking for the outlet pass.
And it's a good outlet pass. Jacobs
created a nice 2-on-2.
Gives it back to Havas. Havas perhaps should have gone for the 3-pointer, but once again, Lauren Saki gets good hands in.
Well, not sure why Coach Karen is talking to the referee.
She said he swiped our arm away.
No.
She swiped the ball away for certain. That's Shannon Hatch who...
Yeah, she's found that hole quite a lot.
Shots just off. Shannon Hatch struggling with her offense at the moment. Havas probably should have scored there. Kendall Currens comes away with it, gives it to Lauren Saki, she gives it to Jada Green, up for 2, and it's in.
That's the sort of touch you need when you're close to the basket, need I say any more? What a lovely soft touch on that shot. Whereas the Nottinghams were just been forcing them in. Now, a nice soft touch.
Nope, didn't get it. Shannon Hatch can find Kendall Currens. She gives a nice pass to Jada Green. Nice, good work there by the Eagles. Yeah. Shannon Hatch on defence with a rebound. Good outlet pass to Kendall Currens, and she was well aware that Jada Green was there. Nicely off. And we'll go to an advert as Karen Burton. Karen Burton, I don't know if you can hear what she's saying there, Dave.
No, I can't, but I think she'd be a little bit disappointed with the finishing on the clear chances that they've created so far. And I think she'd be a little bit disappointed with that last basket there where the Eagles give them a taste of their own medicine, getting the outlet quickly and creating a numerical advantage. Primary break is all about speed and numbers, and that's what you saw there. And the Nottingham is not quite the same because they're merely relying on a secondary break, which is all about getting at the defence before it gets locked on.
Eagles got a 7-point lead, but Nottingham got a chance to come back.
Now, Ulford against this press here, that's it. Get the ball to the middle there, perfect. And why dribble it to the trapping area?
Jump ball called. It will be Nottingham ball.
So you like that player who receives the ball in the middle in their own half to pivot and look for players cutting down the wings, not dribbling to them. Dribbles to them, you just go back to a trap.
Macy Cook is trapped. And he's
That's going to be a
called
5-second call, yeah. Little known rule, but it's a good one. If you keep a player under pressure for 5 seconds, you get the call.
I think we've picked the better game of the two to go to watch, Dave, because the Eagles men are down by 18 at Bristol at the moment, 65-47 halfway through the third quarter. The Eagles missed a chance there. That's going to massive travel. I think everybody in the building called that one.
Yeah, it's a young player though. It's great the enthusiasm which he showed and where she's breaking out. They're relentless at trying to get this break going. Really, really good to watch.
Abby Lowe. Kendall Currens took that one nicely off her. Abby Lowe is going to try and I thought she was going to go to the basket. Kendall Currens. Abby Lowe's going to have to put the three up. Didn't make it, but Sharon Hatch. She looks a bit frustrated. I think she didn't think she touched it last, but I think you could tell by her reaction she did.
She did, yeah. She did. Now that's the way to attack that press, apart from the pass there.
Sharon Hatch short again. She's really frustrated with herself. She only scored 2 points so far. Jacobs for three is in and out. If that had gone in, that would have been. Remember, they haven't hit a three yet, Nottingham, but that two is no, not going to be a two. But Jacobs, well, her stats there. She must have got 3 or 4 rebounds.
Your stats there, unfortunately, say 0 for 3, which is a pity because I like the way she was doing everything. But at the end, the stats don't lie, do they? It was 0 for 3.
Macy Cook driving in. Unable to get to the basket though. Cook again. Well,
Were you thinking charge?
I was thinking charge, yeah.
Okay, well,
but that's why we're commentating and not refereeing.
Yeah, don't have the benefit of any replay, so we'll give the benefit of the doubt to the official. He was closer than us.
Again, hasn't really gone deep to our bench, and Rachel Bland's played 4 minutes, but we haven't seen Sarah Burkett, Zoe Willis, or Lyric Swan, or Princess Addie Hogan.
Well, the big decision here is going to be when to bring Thierry Hodges back, and at the moment with a 7-point lead, why even think about it?
Macy Cook misses the first of 2.
I think Nottingham's got a good balance, haven't they? They've got the 4 Americans. Obviously, some of them look quite veteranish the way they play, and they've obviously got some young talent coming through as well.
Yeah, Macy Cook makes 1 of 2, cuts the gap to 6 points at 48-42. Currens and Gwynn playing their own 1-2. Gwynn can't get in. Good pass out.
Yeah, great pass out. Made possible by the way Abby Roll cut away from the defensive player.
Oh, Kendall Currens just hung in the air there and knocked the 2 down.
Good finisher. That's what the Wildcats need to be better at. Creating the chances, just finish them.
Havas to Lewis once again is short. Shannon Hatch might not have scored many points, but she seems to have taken a lot of rebounds. Probably hasn't, but seems to have done. Currens for 3 is short. Jada Gwynn's done really well to get that ball, save that from going out, and then lays it back in for 2.
She didn't give up on it, but the Wildcats thought it was going out of play.
And again, there's Hatch getting hands in again.
Nice cut. Oh, come on, you got to. Man, she's got the reward of going to the charity strike, but great cut. Got to finish that.
Yeah. Macy Cook comes back out. Claire Jacobs is back in. Eagles up by 10, 52-42, but Lewis is at the line to shoot 2. first. Makes them both. Lilianum comes out. Alice Fallon goes back in. Eagles it. Shannon Hatch at the end line, gives it to Gwyn. Gwyn running the point. Saki's still in the game, but it seems to be Gwyn that's been favoured with the point at the moment. She drives in, kicks it back out. Saki gives it to her back. Hatch is saying, you can come off me if you want. There's the screen, pick and roll. Nope. Gwyn gets to the basket superbly, but she can't make it. And that's going to be a foul called on Lewis.
But this quarter highlights what the game's all about. You win games by scoring more points than your opponents, and the Eagles have now got 3 players in double figures. Wildcats have got 2, and that pretty much sums up where we're at the minute.
Jada Gwyn, one of those players, and that first free throw takes her to 20 points personal. That's just above her Stevenson average.
And it's the 3 players who are in double figures who are the ones who we've been impressed with in terms of points lately.
Yep.
Sierra Hodges always, and Kendall Currance is that third one.
Yeah, she's the third wheel on the Eagles offense at the moment. Well, Wildcats did well to get that ball over halfway because Eagles were really pressing.
Not only that, now they're really concentrating now on getting it to where it should be, and that's into the middle near the halfway mark.
Kendall Currance came up with the rebound, but Saki's bounced the ball off her own foot there, unfortunately. Lewis going all the way, and that's going to be a travel. Extra step. She actually acknowledged it straight away.
Yeah,
as well.
I think she knew, didn't she? I think. I wasn't sure at first, then I realised she had taken the extra step. Good refereeing.
Saki, nice pass to Hatch. Hatch to Lowe. Lowe gives it out to Gwyn, whose 3-point shot is off. Currance can't chase it down. Tiana Chambers Desmond comes back in. Ashley Lewis takes a break. Fallon to Jacobs. And that's going to be called a block on Abby Lowe, who felt she had established position.
Well, it's a 10-point Eagles lead, but I think, Coach Cloyd Lane has given an indication this is a tighter game than she was expecting, because at the moment she's just running basically a 6-man rotation.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what the job's about. You run what you need to get the win.
Jada Gwyn going in tough on Havas. Turnaround jump shot is good. And Alice Fallon's absolutely flattened Kendall Currance, but I think it was more of an accidental collision. Look, I'm not sure how Kendall Currance thought it was.
Well, what it does tell you is both these teams are putting a lot of effort into this game, aren't they?
Chambers Desmond to Fallon, who's going to drive along the baseline. That's no good. Alice Fallon put her hand up to our coach and said, sorry, that's my fault. And our coach replied with, you just cannot do that.
Oh, she lost control of the drive.
Oh, nice pass from Shannon Hatch, but another brilliant cut from Jada Gwyn, who's now going stratospheric with her points. 23 she's now got. That's going to be a foul on Lauren Saki. She accepted straight away, though she is saying that there was an elbow going.
That that was a good foul because she was on her way for an easy 2 points. Make her get them from the charity stripe.
Eagles have sneaked up front 14 points now, 48, 58, 44. Every chance so that Claire Jacobs will cut that. Remember, Claire Jacobs is averaging 24.5 points a game. That's only her 8th point of tonight's game. Make that 9.
Now what the Wildcats can't afford here is what happened in that last, when Jada Gwynn literally cut behind, and she's done it again. She's cut behind the defence and nobody knew she was there.
You called it absolutely perfectly there, Dave.
Yeah.
And Claire Jacobs for 3 has finally nailed a 3-pointer for that's her first one in 8 attempts. 11 points the difference, 60 to 49. Gwynn up to 27 points personal. Lauren Saki for 2. If you're going to step off me, I'm going to show you I can shoot. Have us thought about the long pass to Fallon, decided against it.
I'm glad she didn't make it because there's a much better pass. I don't know what's happened there.
That's an offensive foul.
That's the third time in last few offences they've just run over players after they've thrown the ball. I kind of hate that rule, but that's what has to be called.
So Annam and Lewis back in. Chambers, Desmond and Fallon take a seat. Eagles up 13, 62 to 49 as we go inside the last minute of the third. It's been a good quarter for Newcastle. Saki going for the long 3, didn't call bank. Abby Lowe got the rebound. She felt she was pushed, but I think she was slipping anyway. It's the most violent non-contact sport in the world this day, isn't it? Annam skip past to Jacobs. Jacobs with the long 3, and that's it. She's hit 2 in a row now.
Yep.
Found her range.
Come at just the right time, trying to get this down to single digits.
And with those 2 shots, that takes her to the top score for the Wildcats with 15. Last 6 seconds, Lauren Saki dancing, weaving. Shannon Hatch for 2 is off again. Shannon Hatch really is frustrated with her shooting. You just have a quick look at Shannon Hatch's shooting. She's 0 from 7. That's probably why she's frustrated. So we finish with a 10-point lead, and the Eagles took that quarter by 5 points, 20 to 15, 62-52 the lead. Looking at the game score as well, it's obvious where the highlight is. Jada Gwynn. Now, not only has she scored 27 points there, she's 12 of 14. 12 of 14.
You know, I think just before you go on, I just want to highlight one point here that the Wildcats really need to look at. Jada Gwynn has just made 2 baseline cuts behind the Wildcats thing, scored 2 layups from them. 4 points out of those 27. Nobody even knew she was there. How many times have you heard coaches say, see man, see ball when you're playing defence?
Yeah. So she's got 27. Kendall Currens has 14, and she's also, Jada Gwynn's also got 5 rebounds and 6 assists. Kendall Currens has 14 points and 5 rebounds. Tiara Hodges 12 points and 7 rebounds. For Nottingham, it's now Claire Jacobs who has 15 points and 5 rebounds. Erin Antosh has 14 points and 4 rebounds. And Ashley Lewis, an excellent 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Well, we know that Jada and Thierry are 2 really good players in the SLB. It's great now to see that Kendall Currens is getting up there with them. We really believe that Sharon Hatch would as well. The only thing that's been slightly disappointing is her shooting percentage. I think her game is good. I think the way she plays, the way she thinks, she's very enthusiastic. She helps with the leadership. We know we've got Lauren Saki that's absolute assist machine. It's really good to see this, the way this women's game's coming on, and Nottingham for certain are improving and better than we thought. Give them credit for that. They're just missing too many shots. And you're now going to tell me what their shooting percentage is.
No, I wasn't. It is. It's 7% less than the Eagles.
Yep.
So you know your point's well made and
Yep.
proven by the stats. So we've got 10 minutes left of basketball tonight. It is 62-52 to the Eagles, and it's Eagles that get us underway on the first offense of the final quarter. Gwyn to Currents. These two seem to have a good understanding as well. Oh, Gwyn, that's a great drive, but she can't make the basket.
That was a great drive, but it was also a terrific defence. But obviously, she made the contact, so Jada goes to the line. Well, as far as the Wildcats are concerned, there's nobody on 3 fouls. We're into the last quarter, and the Eagles have got, what, 2 players on 3 fouls?
Yeah.
So no real foul trouble.
29 points now personal for Jada Gwyn. Eagles up by 12, 64-52. Havas has done a pretty good job with the ball as well. Abby Lowe went for the steal. Claire Jacobs beat her to it, but she can't make the shot.
That was a great move as well. You know, she ripped that ball through, saw the driving lane, saw it cut off, pulled up, and really stroked the ball nice. Just didn't fall for her.
Jump ball call, arrow in favour of Nottingham, and then to put in from the end line. Antosh drives in hard. It's kicked out long to Havas, who drives in, tries to find Antosh, but Abby Lowe gets away with the ball and the steal.
Going for the layup would have been easier than trying to find Antosh.
Once again, Jada Gwyn.
Oh my God, what a move.
Fantastic footwork.
Fantastic footwork, coupled with one of the great moves in modern day basketball, that lightning quick crossover dribble.
Yep, and she goes to the line again to shoot 2. As Claire Jacobs goes to third foul.
That crossover dribble was executed so quickly, it really caught the defence out.
Jada Gwyn, point number 30. Oh, she missed the second one. She almost got the rebound though, but it was Lily Annan that came away with the rebound. Havas once again trying to set things up, gives it to Jacobs. She turns it on to Lewis. Lewis waits for Havas, who takes the hand off and then drives hard. Nice pass into the corner. And that could have been rewarded. Well done. Oh, well.
Well, I think Jada Gwyn got away there with a massive foul.
I'm not sure anybody knows quite what's going on over there.
Well, I do. Lauren Saki was trying to get an assist by passing to Abby Lowe, Abby thought she was shooting.
Yeah. Abby Lowe turned away from her.
She turned for the go for the rebound.
Okay. Eagles ball though, from the jump ball. Hand off back to Saki again. Oh, that's going to be a foul. And that's Claire Jacobs' 4th foul. We said nobody had any real problems. Claire Jacobs just picked up 2 in the space of a twinkling of an eye, and is now on 4.
Both being unnecessary.
Lauren Saki tries to wrap the pass round to Hodges, but comes off Havas's foot. Eagles get 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, that foot violation is good because the shot clock had gone right down, but it has to be put back to 14 because of that violation.
Alice Fallon, readiness of the come on, Saki. Hodges knocked the two down. I tell you, Lauren Saki looked in all kinds of trouble there, but somehow got herself out of it and got the pass away. Kendall Curran's trying to box out, can't make it.
Great pass, great cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that last one, Jeff, Sis goes down to the crowd. They were all yelling and counting it down, and just when we got to one, Sherry stroked the ball.
Gianna Gwynn really has got good footwork. Tiara Hodges comes back out. Lauren Saki for three is no good. Sure you can do that, but she's got away with it. Antos just pushed Abby Lowe out the road, but she got away with it, but she didn't make the basket. Lauren Saki, that was quite soft, but Antos gets the block.
Yeah, I think that was an easy swat, wasn't it?
And I think Chloe Gaynor has taken a timeout, I believe, so we will go to an advert. So 7:08 to go. Eagles lead 67-54. Chloe Gaynor's taken a timeout just to talk to our players and probably just come up with a couple of changes of strategy. But not saying it's a comfortable lead, but it's a good lead.
It is a good lead, and I think it's one that should take them to victory, because I don't think at the moment that the Wildcats are converting enough of the chances that they're creating to get back into this game.
Meanwhile, down in Bristol, the Flyers lead the Eagles 78-67 with almost identical time to go, 7:10 to go in that one.
That sounds like the Eagles are getting a little bit back in the game.
They have got come back a little bit, yeah, but it's still down by 11.
And of course, this is a warm-up for the big one in a couple of weeks' time. Not that this tonight is the big one. Trophy game, isn't it?
Trophy final in
Yep.
2 weeks tomorrow, yep. Lauren Saki turns the corner. Tiara Hodges come back. That'll be 2 points.
Multiple off-ball movement there from the Eagles. That was really great to watch. And if that had missed, Sharon Hatch was there for the tip in, and she started that move right in the corner. That was really nice to watch. All the interchange between the Eagles players off the ball.
Backcourt violation by Ashley Lewis. She didn't agree with it, but I think when she caught the ball, she was in the Eagles half. When she landed, both feet were on the line, so it definitely is a violation. Ball in by Eagles. Shannon Hatch battling inside. Abby Lowe turns the corner, goes hard to the basket, can't make it though. Abby Lowe struggled a little bit offensively today as
She
well.
did everything right there, apart from when the moment she knew she had a layup. She's got to get her eyes on the target.
Lily Adam, well, she missed the first one, but I think the way the ball came down completely fooled Tiara Hodges, and Adam was able to knock the next one down. Still 13 points the gap.
Nottingham are not out of this yet, but if this goes in, it's going to be difficult for them.
That's going to be an Eagles ball. Gwynn got to the basket, danced inside and got to the basket, but didn't make it. But Tiara Hodges battled hard, and the Eagles
I
get
think
it
you've
off.
got to credit the Nottingham defence there, put pressure on a final shot.
Tiara Hodges doesn't usually miss those ones. Inbound from Lauren Saki. Hodges was calling Saki back there, and Saki was saying, I've got two people in behind us, I don't know why do I need to be there? And that's good defense once again by Shannon Hatch. Saki once again probing, pushing. That's going to be a hold, I think, by Havas. Yep.
Well, that puts them in the penalty, so anything from now on, Eagles are going to the charity stripe. Already generous enough with a 13-point lead. Sorry, 13-point lead. Just checking my maths there, Jeff.
Claire Jacobs comes back. Tiana Chambers Desmond comes out.
She'll have a play. I understand she's a pretty talented youngster.
Yeah. All meaningful minutes. Shannon Hatch from the corner has finally swished one. That'll make her feel a lot better. Big 3-pointer as well, because it takes them up by 16 points. Claire Jacobs trying to pass and move inside.
Oh, great defense from Sharon Hatch.
Alice Fallon is off.
Yeah, Jacobs thought she had an easy pass, and Hatch took it right away from her.
Havas doesn't put the ball down. She's looking for a referee to complain on, I think. Looked like a big step though, didn't it? But who knows? 72-56 with 5 minutes left to go. As of now, Abby Lowe once again. Oh, nice pass, Abby Lowe, with a great cut from Tierra Hodges.
Best offense of the night.
Yeah, beautiful bit of basketball. Hodges up to 16 personal now. Looking for 4 more. That's a foul by Abby Lowe. Her 3rd foul of the night. Antosh and Mullock coming in. Ooh, yep. Shannon Hatch agreed with that one completely.
The Eagles made that really difficult for
The
Jacobs to make that pass, but in the end, a great pass from Jacobs. She was under all sorts of pressure from the Eagles. Double teamed, swarming all over. That was an inch perfect pass. Now, does she get the assist if she makes one of these shots?
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Makes one, so that will be an assist.
I like that rule. Again, lots of good ball movement by the Eagles.
Right on the buzzer again. Sierra
Proud
Hodges
gets the assist, counting it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She is one. Up it goes, swish. Nothing but net.
I think Abby Lowe thought she'd been called for a foul. I think. Well, that's a couple of times Bartek's come across and talked about the. I think he thinks the clocks aren't in sync, but they look in sync to me. So Abby Lowe thought she'd picked up a 4th foul. Oh, well, Eagles went to sleep there. But Antosh can't take advantage and misses 2 layups. And Hodges comes away with the defensive rebound. Interesting that Kendall Currens hasn't come back on the court for quite some time. I don't know. Hodges' turnaround jump shot is good. Oh, and Shannon Hatch saw that one all day long. Jada Gwynn kicks it out. Lauren Saki for 3 is good again. And that's going to be a timeout for Karen Burton. She's seen enough as the Eagles power their way to, well, 81-57 lead. We'll go to an advert. So we've got 3:22 to go, and the Eagles have just surged ahead there, Dave, on the 81-57.
Well, the last 3 minutes, Jeff, the Eagles' defence has been tremendous at both ends of the floor. The defence has really stifled and taken away the easy options from the Nottingham Wildcats, and the offence has just been poetry in motion. The way all five have been involved and moving the ball and finishing, been terrific to watch.
81-57. I'm just waiting to see whether the stats go up in time. Yeah, so we've got Jada Gwynn on 30 points. Tiara Hodges now on 22 points. She's also got 9 rebounds, so only one away from a double-double. Kendall Currens has those 14 points and 6 rebounds, and Kendall Currens has come back out on the court.
Eagles playing a 1-2-1-1 press, which will make it even more difficult.
And if they get the steal, Jada Gwynn in for 2. Well, it's not what Coach Burton drew up in the timeout, I don't think. Claire Jacobs is going to go hard. But once again, Shannon Hatch, she may not have scored a lot of points, but she seems to have been involved. What a great pass from Lauren Saki.
No look as well.
Yeah, no look pass.
Everybody thought she was passing to the person in the corner.
Kendall Currens was running in the corner. And all of a sudden the Eagles are up by nearly 30 points.
Oh, they've really turned it on in the last few minutes. Don't know who their next game is, but this will be great for them going into that.
Once again, I have to say this, Shannon Hatch's defense has been outstanding.
And one only has to look at the coach's body language to know she's absolutely delighted with the outcome of the way they've played in this last quarter.
Currently on a 19-5 quarter, sorry, a 21-5 quarter.
Oh, the confidence now is sky high, isn't it?
We got 23-5, and Kendall Currens is short, but she gets her own rebound. I think she went for the rugby union pass. A real statement of intent defensively, I think. They have 5 points over, that's all they've conceded.
As always, when you lose, you think, you look at the score and you think, oh my goodness, nearly a 30-point deficit, but wasn't that way for a lot of the game.
No, it wasn't. It was pretty close all really. It's just this last quarter where the Eagles have really surged away towards the end of the third and into the fourth. I think you were saying as well was that the 24-second shot clock violation was that Nottingham eventually did pay the price of not making those baskets we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I think possibly maybe a bit of frustration came in, and they've just got a little bit careless as well at both ends of the floor, just letting the Eagles you've got to stay with every move they make. You've got to be aware off the ball defense is so important. And this 1-2-1 press has been really effective from the Eagles.
Oh wow, Jada Gwynn, coast to coast for 2.
And that wasn't an easy finish, she's against a much taller player, but how cool was she on the finish?
Kendall Currens, yeah, the Eagles got it. Kendall Currens harried her all the way, but it was, and Lauren Saki finished it off, and Saki.
Exhibition stuff now. Behind the back pass.
I think they thought it was a timeout, but it wasn't. It was just a substitution.
So what was the score at the end of the third quarter?
The the score at the end of the third quarter was just 24, 44, 54, 62-52.
Wow. They've limited the Wildcats to 5 points.
Yep. 5 points.
5 points. If it was 52 at the end of the third.
Yep, 5 points. Yep.
5 points.
And the Eagles have scored 27 in that time as well. Fantastic fourth quarter. Havas trying to get something back. It's a bit late now, but I'm sure they'll keep going to the end. James Desmond. Havas. Once again, the Eagles aren't stopping on defense either. That's going to be a foul by Jada Gwynn from behind. Chloe Gaines called a timeout. I just wonder whether she's going to run a bench. We'll go to an advert. Timeout. We finished our advert break and the Eagles lead with 107 to go, 89-57. I wondered whether Chloe Gaynor might have gone to her bench a little bit. I do notice Rachel Bland is there, but there's probably no point in doing that.
Well, let's address that head on. She's a young coach. She's just taken over. Long way to go in her career. She'll learn a lot as she goes along, and obviously at some point in time in your life as a coach you realise that court time is the lifeblood of every player. So obviously you want to get yourself in a position, but right now she'll just be so happy with this performance, the way the bounce back against Sheffield. You know, give her time. You can't achieve everything when you first start your coaching career. It's so easy to coach from the stands, so easy to coach when you're a spectator, but actually try doing it. It's not easy at all. You learn as you go along.
Two from the line makes it a 30-point game. Gwynn to Hatch out to Bland for 3. Oh, that would have been the icing on the cake, but she didn't make it. Sierra Hodges was desperate to get that rebound. The other end, it's gone off. James Desmond. Oh, I'm going to tell you something about her. It's just 2 for 2. 100%. And she's got a extra one. She could finish with 5 points here. She does have 2 turnovers though. She makes it, so every shot she's taken's gone in.
Oh.
I think Sierra Hodges inbounded it.
Yeah.
Without giving it to the referee.
She didn't realise the importance of Bart touching the ball.
Gwynn to Hatch. Bland comes off. Shannon Hatch is going to drive to the basket. Rachel Bland can't. It's given it up. And Ashley Lewis in the court lays it up for 2. Eagles just going to sleep in the last couple of seconds here, but 15.8. Takes it over the halfway. Are they going to go for another point? Looks like they might. Jada Quinn misses it though. And that is all she wrote. Not quite sure why she needed to go for that basket. Possibly thinking of the head-to-head, but at 89-64, it's a comprehensive win for the Newcastle Eagles women. Takes them to 5-2, I believe, now in the season. And they're up there in the top 4 or 5 of the league. And but performances like this, these are the teams that they need to beat, and they've beaten them well, Liv.
Yeah, they have. I mean, you know, you point about the bench. We all learn at some point in our career what scrambled egg means. Scrambled eggs is where you starting five are playing horrible, so you bring them all off and put five on. It also applies to the fact when you've won the game, you bring five off and you put five on. But this is for all coaches are different, and don't want to take anything away from this fantastic last quarter performance from the Eagles. Really, really made a mark in this game, and you know, they've all worked together all week for this to bounce back from the Hatters. We've got to be really impressed with the way we've done it. As far as Nottingham are concerned, they'd be disappointed with that final score, but you know, they were in the game, they were competitive for so long. Hopefully they can only get better.
Just to give you the final score down in Bristol, it was Bristol Flyers 98, Newcastle Eagles 94. Big comeback in the fourth quarter, but they just fell short. So that's the trophy final dress rehearsal goes to Bristol, although I'm sure the trophy final will be a totally different game. But it's just on your point there, I think Nottingham showed an awful lot of heart and commitment for 3 quarters, but just got blown away in the final quarter.
Absolutely, yeah, great execution. So in terms of Eagles men, not that we want to bring into that, I mean, the win-loss record lately in terms of the championship.
Well, they keep winning at home and losing away. That's what they seem to do.
Yeah.
I think they, you know, I think
Of course,
5
they lost on the road to Surrey, didn't they?
That's right, last
Yeah.
weekend. So, you know, but
Right. Anyway,
we'll go back to the.
let's celebrate with the women today.
Yeah. So that was a 89 to 64 win. We'll just let you know when the next Eagles game is. They will play next away to Caledonia on the 19th of January. That's next weekend. The next home game is the big one. It's the derby game, the Tyne Weir Derby, and it's on February the 15th. So Dave and I will be back with you on February the 15th. Until then, enjoy whatever basketball you watch. Take care, and we'll see you soon.